Alright. Birds chirping. It's freedom. Make sure I had to give that cheesy one. Hear me out though. I want to talk to two different audiences. The audience, the conversation is being sparked by this. I don't know how many people have actually watched this. This is Carolina Auditor being arrested. And it's also been sparked by conversations I've had with a lot of officers. I want to make this clear. I'm going to say some stuff that's really obvious to some people. I hope it's obvious to everyone. I don't condone any anti-police. I don't. And I know that I don't believe in the whole guilty by association. Is it part of this community? Are there people who are anti-police? FTP? Are there people in this community that are like that? Sure. Carolina Auditor is an individual, right? Just like I'm an individual and we all have our individual opinions, and everyone who comments will say, well, you should do this audit this way or you should do this audit that way. I don't want to get up into that too much because at the end of the day it's a stupid argument to be having on a First Amendment argument, right? Because as long as we're doing lawfulness, as long as, like, if I want to give my ID to a cop, I'm allowed to do that, right? If I don't want to give my ID, as long as I haven't broke any laws, I don't have to do that, at least in the state of North Carolina where I'm at. I'm not anti-police. In fact, I was probably a lot more, this is just the truth coming from me, I was probably a lot more anti-police before I started this. Before I started this, I went in this more anti-police than I am now. I've talked to officers like Fisher at the gas station. Any of y'all seen that video? He was awesome. There's no slant, not that I want to. There's no slant I could put on. I could edit him, chop him up, but I'd have to make him look like an idiot or make him look like a bad cop. He's just not. Fisher was awesome. Off the record today, I spoke to an officer, and I hope you watch this, man. And I had already videotaped him before. You know, he acknowledged the whole, and now you know if you're watching this who I'm talking to, that he had told me to, the whole don't stand in the road. And I told him, we get that all the time. Every cop tells us don't stand in the road. Except for these cops in that video, the one that's sparking this conversation from New Bern, where they basically told us to stand in the road, which would be illegal. We're simulating here. This is the edge of the road. They're telling us to stand in the road, so we're not breaking the law. We're standing on the easement, and then you tell us to break the law and stand in the road. And what do you do when a cop tells you to break the law? Now, of course, in any situation, that's not really what we're talking about, right? That's nitpicking. But they do it to us. Act like grown-ass man, don't stand in the road. They're nitpicking us. And let me be clear again. I'm not talking to every cop. I'm talking to the ones that have ever said it, and a lot of them have. Don't stand in the road. Come on, man. If we don't have to ID, we don't have to ID. You know when we have to ID. At least I hope you do. I also want to touch on this. If you're an officer and you just don't know and you make a mistake, you made a mistake. You're one of God's children and you're allowed to make mistakes. Here's the thing I have. In New Bern, at the Armory, when we were conducting the First Amendment audit, when I say we, I mean Carolina Auditor and myself, hey, I caught grief. He caught grief in the comments section that we told him, hey, look, this is the First Amendment audit. Oh, then it's not a First Amendment audit. And if you tell them it's a First Amendment audit, well, they still, I felt this gives them ample opportunity to realize this is not a gotcha game. This is just front. This is being real with you. This is a First Amendment audit. If you proceed with these illegal activities, you're going to catch a lawsuit. you want to keep doing that, what can we do? And I asked the cop, I said, you know, for the cops that don't like to be recorded, what do you want us to do? Just eat it? Because that's the only thing I can come to, that you just want us to eat it. That you just want us to take it. You don't want us to defend ourselves, because we're defending ourselves with cameras, right? We're defending ourselves with cameras. The only thing we're doing is making police accountable. Look, I want to be accountable because I have nothing to hide, right? I don't have anything to hide. And look, I'm not trying to, the cop that didn't have his radar. Look, if I'm getting into the speeding thing, I disagree with it because I don't think if there's a victim, there's a crime. When I talk about the tags, you hear me talking about the tags a lot on cars. Look, I know that they can lawfully run the tags, right? Because there's no constitutional ruling, but I believe it's against our Fourth Amendment, right? That's an unlawful search. That's what I believe. I'm passionate about this. I'm real about this. It's not about gotcha games. It's not about catching the police messing up, because they're humans. The real problem I had about the New Bern is that we were telling them, look, all the warnings are in the world. You're messing up. Don't do this. This is a First Amendment protected activity, and he's not trespassing. Carolina Auditor is not trespassing. I wasn't trespassing. We never went on their property. You have to go on someone's property to be trespassing. So the cop comes over, tells me I'm second-degree trespassing. Sure, I could say, look, and I did that. I talked to circles. We went in circles. It wasn't a conversation because they weren't hearing any damn thing I said. So we were just, when I talked to Fisher, it's like, I said something, he said something, we disagreed, sometimes we agreed. We were having a conversation. There was none of that. There was none of that. They weren't having any conversation with us. We were 100% in the right, and we knew it. And we told them we knew it. And they knew it when their supervisor showed up. That's why Carolina Auditor was detained, then arrested, because I assume, I'm telling you, when they hand his stuff, you have 3 cops saying, hey, look, one cop saying he's going to get booked and processed. You know, I didn't force them to put the foot in their mouth. He said booked and processed. Listen, it's not like, we were telling them the whole time, look, you're screwing up. But this is what I really want to bring. I know I don't like doing these talking to the camera videos. I hate them. I hate them. But I did want to do that. I thought it was important because my shirt actually says First Amendment, right to record. But this is the part I really, not anti-police, pro-law. Hold on. And this is a thing that I never put on my car, but in theory I was going to put on my car. But again, it's the First Amendment. That's what it's about. Now you could try to say it's about anything else, but you're lying. I agree with the First Amendment. That means I agree with every amendment below it. Second, third, fourth. Should all be protected. That was me really talking to any police that want to have reason, that might watch this. Deny they watch it, whatever. That was me saying, here's my olive branch to you. I don't know what you want me to give you. There's nothing anti-police about me. When I was 16 years old, there might have been a little bit more anti-police, right? I had a few more reasons. Really, traffic stops out the ass. Because I like to speed and really like to speed. That's not in me. I drive 5 miles under the speed limit. Shay is giving me big eyes because she's saying I sometimes speed. She's holding the camera. Okay. But I do, okay, maybe I still speed sometimes. here's my point. I certainly do drive under the speed limit sometimes, especially when I'm thinking about it. Paranoia kicks in. And I do everything I can. I try to live as good, because I know that cops take this as, like, they want to retaliate. There's no other way to put it. So I'm, checking my insurance every time I pull out of the driveway. Checking my tag every time I pull out of the driveway. Now, my father told me you should just do that. Now I do it. But for, 10 years of my driving life, I didn't. Now I do it. Every time I go to the back of the car, I check it. Is the insurance on my car? Gotta check. God knows I don't want to get hung up on something like that. I make sure. Is my driver's license? Check. These are not things people should have to do under any circumstance. People should be allowed to have an expired license because they just slipped up, right? Because, an expired tag. These things, that's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother conversation. But this is the paranoid state that we are forced to live in because the way some officers choose to act. Listen, if you don't like the way I do First Amendment, all of it, you try it. And honestly, I do want some of you to try it, but don't come out here thinking what we do is easy. Don't. Please don't. Because it's not. It's stressful. You wonder, is this the one that's going to put a bullet in me? I'm talking, is this the cop that's going to put a bullet in me for no reason? Because I'm exercising my First Amendment right. But we've all heard this one before. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that goes to your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, all your rights given to you by living in this country, the United States of America, which is, as long as our Constitution stays intact, is the greatest country in the world. At the second we lose our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, any of them, we're going to slowly start realizing this is no longer the greatest country in the world. That's my fear. I think anyone who really believes in this movement, hey, look, if you're part of the Fuck the Cops mobile, if you're into that, I don't think you should really, this probably ain't for you anyway. Not this channel. And I'm probably going to lose some subscribers. I hope I don't. I hope I speak to your hearts. And I'll lose them for this too. God bless you. I love you. I love God. And we are all children of God. We sometimes screw up. Cops screw up. Screwing up, don't have a problem with. You know it's wrong, you keep doing it. Something's got to give. And any police officer that's watching this with an open mind, stop the blue line stuff. Knock it off, because that's why we're here. That's why we're having this conversation. There should be no blue line. If your fellow cop, and I know I'm talking to the wind now, if your fellow cop screws up, it's time we start telling on them. We're going to start telling on you. But we ain't playing gotcha games. We're just, here's the video, here's what's happening. I hope I can open some eyes. That's why I talk to officers the way I do. That's why I try to always have a good conversation. Every time I'm talking to a police officer, believe me, my intention going in is to have a great conversation. To be a boring ass video. Sometimes we get what happened in Newton. God bless you. Hey, I'm sorry I'm human and I might have a different opinion than yours. I love y'all. God bless you.